first Asian Envy video that we made was for a track called Maybe Next Time, which was one of the first songs that we wrote. At the time we felt that it was strong enough to be a first single, if you like. We later realised after completing the album that it wasn't actually the strongest track.
The initial concept for the video clip was that Ross and I would start off dead.
So it begins with somebody dying that kind of reverses and they come to life and retrace old steps.
The price, I guess, of us being resurrected is that everyone else starts dying, which is quite morbid.
But in the end, I think the idea just became kind of convoluted.
Well, there was also concepts of how we would film it. We actually measured the distance from the camera to the subject so we could cut between these different locations, but the subject would still be in the same place in the frame. I kind of like that concept, and I'd really like to try that with another video clip down the track maybe.
We had on-location shots on Brooklyn Bridge in New York City, which is always packed with people, and we also shot in the West Village, and we had extras.
We lost a fair bit of footage that we shot on Brooklyn Bridge, and also some stuff that we shot back in Melbourne, which was particularly worrying for me because it was footage of me naked. And I was quite stressed as to where this footage had gone. Thankfully, we found most of it. There's still a lot of footage that to this day hasn't been recovered, and I have no idea where it is.
Immediately after we shot the video, we wrote and recorded the bulk of the album Sweet and Vicious.
Once the album was complete, we didn't feel like Maybe Next Time was one of our prime tracks.
When we realised that there was better material coming out of the sessions, that's when we kind of started to think, well, we don't think this is the strongest track to release. Unfortunately, we spent quite a lot of money producing the video for Maybe Next Time, which obviously never saw the light of day.
We'd spent a lot of money on equipment hire and airfares and crew and all sorts of things.
There were a number of people involved, and there are a number of costs with makeup and on-location costs.
Ultimately, we want to put out things that we think have integrity and quality. So if something isn't to the standard that we want it at, we're not going to just put it out there because we've done the work.
It was a shame because we had high hopes for it at the time, but we really didn't feel that it was strong enough.
Yeah, it's just ended up as a nice little extra on a DVD.
I think that it's important really to use your better judgment and to decide that, well, something hasn't worked out how it was foreseen, and artistic integrity always has to come first.